next. Let's go, I got next. Yo, I got next game. Hey, yo, let me get next. I got next game. Hey, right here, I got next. go. I got next. Hey, yo, let me get next. I got next game. Hey, yo, my man, I got next.
Hey, right here, I got next.
I'm next. Hey, yo, right here. Yo, I got next. Right here.
Next.
I got next game. Yo, let me get next.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season. A full season of injury-free play to get that confidence back. Full season, Ernie, 82 games.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later on.
And a view here of the Spirit, the official name of Michael Jordan's statue standing outside the United Center. We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Celtics. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Sullinger in at the 5. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
And slam dunk by Butler.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Off the pick. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play. Yeah, you know, for the Celtics in their defense, a lot of it had to do with rim protection and challenging shots. They were actually last in the league in blocks.
Now here's Johnson. Bradley up top, defended by Butler. And Bradley gets it to go. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
Yeah, and the Celtics averaged under 4 blocks a game last season. But blocks aren't the whole story. They let opponents get too many easy looks inside the paint. That's the real factor in why their defense was subpar.
Now Thomas, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. That's good.
Really nice dime drop in there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Rose kicks to Gasol. The feed now to Butler. It's stolen by Sullinger. Rose against Thomas. Sullinger the screen. Thomas's shot is off.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Gibson. Here's Rose. Johnson with the block. And they'll keep possession.
Jared Sullivan. That's his first personal foul.
Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid number.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Doug McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Bradley.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
And here is Turner. Outside Thomas. 1 second left. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Bulls. They lead by a bucket. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Boston trailing. Brooks is out there with Etuan Moore. Then it's McDermott. Then there's Noah. And it's Mirotic in at the 4. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. There's the pick. Turner dishes to Olynyk. Wide open shot is on the money. Olynyk's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics.
And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Just 4 to shoot. Thomas against Brooks. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Thomas. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Great for Evan Turner. The one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from 3 last season. Really is not going to make it.
Yeah, that's been the one stain on his game, the lack of that deep shooting ability, but everything else he can do. He can handle, he passes, he rebounds, but to be an elite player, he's got to be able to knock down that 3 ball better.
And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
Rose passes to Mirotic. Misses from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Bradley kicks to Smart. 1:15 left in the first half. Down low, Johnson. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Chicago trailing here. And Moore kicks to Rose. A floater, and he lays it up and in.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Now here's Bradley. Johnson the screen. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Second chance shot. Fade away. There's the bucket. Good. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mirotic the screen. Now here's Rose. Defense is right there. Here's Moore. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Smart. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bulls lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The largest lead for them during the period was 4. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Boston shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
And injuries, once again, were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Crowder in at the small forward position.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Celtics trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here's Bradley. Johnson with a screen on Butler. Bradley drives in, and he gets it to go. Bradley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Some changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. McDermott comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Then for the Celtics, Olynyk comes in for Sullinger. And Jerebko is subbed in for Johnson. Now here's Brooks. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. To the wing on the left. Here's Gasol. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Pau Gasol following the three-point attempt by Avery Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Portis. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact. And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Avery Bradley. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Bulls did end up with the 3rd seed in the East, 33 of their 50 wins last year, Clark, coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played .500 basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins in 18 games against that division.
The Bulls leading by 5. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Stolen by Smart. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Brooks, here we go. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Bulls out front. They lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Yeah. I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Chicago leading by 5. The big men are Gibson and Noah. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here is Holiday. Gibson the screen. 5 on the clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Dunleavy's check in for the Bulls. And so it's Boston with it. It's a 5-point game. Sullinger the screen. Bradley kicks to Johnson. Sullinger the screen. Sullinger with a screen for Turner. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Celtics. Noah's shot is off.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Here's Turner after the made shot from Joakim Noah. From 12 feet out. Sullinger, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Noah with a screen for Rose. Off the pick. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play. Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here's Noah after Jared Sullinger's miss. Rose goes in, kicks it to Gibson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
So for the Bulls, Pau Gasol has checked in for Noah. And it's Butler in for Justin Holiday. And a change for the Celtics. Thomas has checked in. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the 4th. Bradley up top, defended by Butler. Crowder kicks to Johnson. The shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Bradley, no one around him. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication. And now he's able to make it back.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Jay Crowder. That's his first personal foul. Derrick Rose. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Jacks up a three. That doesn't go either for Thomas, but they recover it. Sullinger inside, working on Gasol. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joe Kim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joe Kim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all love
real
the Shaq.
life. Yeah, everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq stands for.
I think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
Could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me, similar with when how Kenny played with the King. He came down, made sure I got my shots off first. Derek Fisher, we all remember the .04 shot. Rick Fox was a hustler to go out and play. Big Shot Bob.
Oh, wow.
Saved
One of
me
my
so
favorites,
many
too.
times.
So he's won both of our favorites.
Big Shot Bob saved me so many times. I would probably only have one without Big Shot Bob. And Nick Van Exel, even though me and Nick didn't win together, we had a great time.
Well, obviously, he said Big Shot. Hakeem, Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell. But one of my favorite of all time, Chucky Brown.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite teammate is Chucky Brown of all time.
You didn't say Otis Thorpe?
No, but Otis was cool.
Oh, my
but
God.
But Chucky Brown was my favorite teammate of all time, man.
Guess who I would say my favorite teammates are?
Who's that? It's us? Oh, Ernie.
Really?
I thought you were going to say another guy who wasn't here.
I'm getting choked up a little bit. Thanks for joining us.
Need some tissue.
We are at the sold-out Phillips Arena. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Now Sacramento starting 5. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Quincy Acey out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Now here's Rondo. He kicks it to Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses from close range. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Hawks on D. Rondo kicks to Cousins. To the paint. And finished off by AC.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And he gets the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Gay. At the top of the key, Cousins. Now here's McLemore outside. And he gets it to go. McLemore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue, Meek, was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
Now Rondo, after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. Korver with the defensive effort. It's stolen. Millsap with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Bazemore dishes to T. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
Here's AC. The feed to McLemore. There's a screen. gets the three-pointer to fall. McLemore's got 6 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Teague to the wing right side. Horford, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Cousins. 2 on the clock. Hits the front of the rim and out. And that does it for the first quarter. The Kings on top. They're up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Check it out.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
Kings leading now by 4. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, Collison is out there with Curry. Then there's Caspi. Then there's Kufis. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3 slot. A nice shot by Collison.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Here's Bellinelli. Inside. And it's Kufis missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Scott with a screen on Curry. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Outside Hardaway. Splitter sets a screen. Clock at 6. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. No good on the triple.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Collison, the pass to Caspi. 1:27 left in the first half of the game. Bellinelli for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And he gets it to go.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Sacramento leading by 5. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And the Kings will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Kufis. Cauley Stein comes in for Caspi. Rudy Gay's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Curry. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Gay dishes to Rondo. Outside Collison. Gay outside. 5 on the clock. Good as the jump shot falls. Gay's got the lead up to 7 now for Sacramento.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Rondo with the steal. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Bazemore kicks the tee. Outside Millsap. There's the screen. Horford with the screen on Gay. Here's Korver. Picked by Horford. Poked away. Baseline try. Millsap misses. And so we wrap up the first half. Kings lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
You know what? They had a pretty good balance out there. Good work on offense, nice effort defensively. It'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out, though, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on Atlanta.
Well, defensively, they displayed what I call poor fundamentals. Good hustle, but poor fundamentals. Guys weren't moving their feet. The rotations were lackluster. Some guys made bad choices, whether to fight over the screen, go underneath it. They don't have a game plan, I don't think, that they're sticking with.
That does it for halftime, as the game is just about set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Kings leading now by 7. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Rondo against Teague. Rondo passes to McLemore. Here's AC. Millsap covering. From deep, McLemore. That is good. McLemore's got 9. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
And he knocks down the first one. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked in to that task.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Here's Bellinelli. Caspi dishes to Cousins. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Hawks trail by 7. And for Cousins, those 20, 20, 10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season. And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
Splitters checked in for the Hawks. Hardaway comes in for Kyle Korver. And he's good on the second. Well, getting back to Humphries, he was rolling pretty good last season, but a late-season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
Here is Caspi. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Collison for 3. Sacramento again missing. Hardaway kicks it over to Schroeder. Passes to Splitter. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Now here's Curry. For the 3. And that's not going to go. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's Sacramento up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. The Hawks trail by 3. On the floor for Sacramento. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Cauley Stein. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Cauley-Stein with it. Right wing. Rondo kicks to Cauley-Stein. Poke loose. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You gotta manage the clock and play smart.
And so here's Sacramento following the bucket by the Hawks.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Teague can't hit. Sacramento's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Rondo passes to Cousins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run